Alright guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about common gym mistakes I see people make when they're training shoulders. Now shoulders, they're a very important muscle group. I'd argue one of the most important muscle groups you need to train if you want to look better in a t-shirt. Yeah, you can train your back, you can train your abs, you can train your chest, but the shoulders are the first things that you see. So it's important that you get your training right. So let's go through the top 5 mistakes that people make when it comes to training shoulders. The first mistake I see is when lads are doing dumbbell shoulder presses, is they'll have the bench too far back here, where it's more of like an incline dumbbell press, so it's hitting too much chest, or too upright. Now, a lot of people will argue with me on this. I mean, an upright position is completely fine. But if you're doing a barbell overhead press as well, which you should be doing if you're trying to build your shoulders, then there's no need to be in such an upright position with the bench. So we can take the bench back one. Let's show you the difference. One bonus tip is that if you're too upright and you've got tight lats, you might actually struggle to keep the dumbbells in an overhead position because the lats are pulling your shoulders forward. So I like to just be one setting back. It's enough to still hit your shoulders, but it doesn't really involve much of your chest. This is what I see lads mess up all the time. It's common gym mistake number 2, and that's the setup of the actual dumbbells themselves. Getting the dumbbells from this position into the overhead position is one of the hardest things to do. I'm going to show you how to optimize it and save as much energy as possible for the actual exercise itself and not waste all your energy and effort just getting the dumbbells into position. Here's what I commonly see. If you're relying on swinging the weight up to your shoulders, then you're going to be limited in how much you can actually lift. When you get to 30 kilograms, 35, 40 kilogram dumbbells, you're not going to be able to swing them up. You're going to end up pulling a bicep. Here's the best way to set up a dumbbell. You start off with the dumbbells beside you and you're going to deadlift them up and then take a seat. Now, once we're here, we're going to use our knees to kick the dumbbells up to the shoulders. We're not going to try and rely on our upper body strength. We're going to save as much energy as possible and use the knees. So we go here and here, and now we're in position. You can also go both knees at the same time if you're super advanced like me, here, like that. But for the time being, I'd recommend just one knee at a time. 1, 2, lie back and press. If you also need a friend to pass a dumbbell up to you for the first rep, the dumbbell's too heavy for you. Lift it up yourself, don't be cheating. Third mistake I commonly see is the depth of reps. Go right down to your shoulders. What are you doing these half reps for? Just because you're seeing some juiced up bodybuilder do it and he's got better delts than me? Doesn't matter. I am right, not him. Kick them up. Or come all the way down, okay? All the way up. All the way down. All the way up. Not this. Okay, that's not a full rep. I don't know where this idea came from that you only need to get the dumbbells to your ears, your arms parallel with the floor. Get all the way down. Don't be a lazy ass. Shoulder training mistake number 4, similar to the floppy bench press video that we done the other week, is people arching the back too much. Is as they start struggling more, their ass comes to the front of the seat, they get a big arch in the lower back, and once again, they're all over the place. The feet aren't planted on the floor. What that is, that's your body trying to compensate and find a way to get the weight up as easy as possible. Keep your ass in the back of the seat, keep your back almost flat on the bench. You want to have a little bit of an arch, but stop sliding on the seat like this. Shoulder training mistake number 5. I hate this one. I hate it with a passion when I see people do it. No, I'm not that judgmental. If you're in the gym and you're giving it a go, that's all that matters. But just don't do this, please, especially when I'm around. So it's getting overhead press and a push press mixed up. They're 2 completely different exercises. An overhead press is where you just use your upper body. You're just using your shoulders. A push press is where you're using momentum from your legs, generated from your legs, your hips, to get the weight overhead, and your shoulders are finishing the movement. What a lot of people do is once they start struggling on overhead press, they start using the legs to finish the set. You're trying to do 3 sets of 10 on 40 kilograms, and then you're getting to 7 and you can't lift the weight anymore. Put the weight back. Don't then try and finish the set by using your legs to build momentum. Here's what I mean. This is an overhead press. Now, what you'll see is when people start struggling with the last few reps is they'll start using the legs a bit. 8, and then 9, 10, 10. It wasn't 10, it was 8. with 2 push presses on the end. Overhead press, and then push press, different exercise. Get good at your shoulder training. Everyone hates shoulders because they're like the weakest muscle. So people don't want to train what they're not good at. I remember I'd go to the gym with me dad. He'd take me to the bodybuilding gym. He'd get us to do about 40 sets of shoulders. I absolutely hated it. It put me in good stead because I got used to training shoulders intensely. And if you look at some of my before pictures, you'll see I had no shoulders. My frame was like this. I've managed to build up a decent foundation just by falling in love with training shoulders and getting strong on overhead presses and dumbbell presses. So make sure you do the same.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. So if you want to optimize your shoulder training, you want to get as strong as possible, and maybe you've got bad shoulder genetics, you just want to build muscle faster, then I consider you checking out my Apex Athletes app. It builds you out a customized training plan based on your goals and your preferences. It's customized nutrition, so calories and macronutrients. It gives you daily meal plans. It's got over 150 exercise demonstrations, and you're able to track all of your lifts directly within the app, so you know exactly what weights you need to be lifting in order to ensure that you're building muscle effectively. It's just £1 a day, but if you use the promo code APEX20, that'll give you 20% lifetime discount for the app. I look forward to seeing you inside the community. Like this video and subscribe for more content like this.